Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. DB333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4000 Week Reich as the Syrian national state. Now, last time we were here together, the state of Israel beat back the rest of the Arab allies in the region, which, lore-wise, or spiritually, whatever you want to describe it, probably not good, but for our purposes, very, very good, because it allowed us to just annex Syria for free. And now we are, now we're Syria. We are no longer Lebanon. Not that we were really Lebanon before, but now we really just are not. I'm noticing there's a SSNP left faction as well. That's very interesting. I did not realize that. I wonder if there's actually anything relevant to that. I want to check real quick if Yemen has a focus tree or not. It has a wee little focus tree, it appears, which is interesting. Well, let's get to it, shall we? So I'm working on training up more special troops, and in the meanwhile, let us sit back and figure out what to do. We could do all this again. Do the Syrian National Revolution as well, though. From Stone Age, attainment. I think we'll just get working towards this. Let's do the Syrian National Revolution just to kick it off. At long last, the union between the imperialist creation of Lebanon has embraced its true destiny, in union with the greater Syrian state. While this milestone is unmistakably massive in disrupting the balance of power in the Levant, our work has only just begun. Across this multi-confessional land, Syrians of all stripes suffer in forever conflicts based on reactionary concepts of sectarianism and clan rivalry. A truly national revolutionary Syrian state is needed to bring these people towards true peace in the Middle East, and Syrian revolutionary regionalism is the medicine to all of its ills. Sure. Let's do it. We could do another doctrine. I guess we have to redo all of this. Get grand battle plan again. Bing, bada bing, bada boom. With the establishment of the Syrian national state under the leadership of Antoun Sadat and the SSNP, many would believe that the road to Greater Syria has been completed. Despite this, as Sadat and the SSNP move their operations from Tripoli to Damascus, he has been quick to make sure that the populace understands that this is only the first step towards reclaiming the mantle of Greater Syria. With Lebanon now firmly under our control, the next step is to consolidate our power in Syria itself, rooting out any remaining opposition to our rule, ensuring that this nation is fully aligned with our vision of a united Greater Syria. There is much work to be done. The revolution marches on. There we go. Didn't realize we were trading. Do I want to get working on this? Might as well start heading down. and start realizing our destiny. Enough is enough. For too long, others missed us as a footnote, a fragment, a border on someone else's map. No more. We are the Syrian state, heirs to a nation that stretches from the Taurus to Sinai, from the Euphrates to the Mediterranean. It is time to stake our claim before the world to demand what is rightfully ours and make it clear that Syrianism does not recognize colonial partitions or artificial boundaries. Greater Syria will be ours by word today and by steel tomorrow. We might have some new... We have some new focuses to start reading. I think I might wait for another next video to read those off. But in the meanwhile, here we go. On that. Looks like we finished up mobilizing the rest of our population, which is good. Sedatus Charter, okay. For too long, the people of Greater Syria have suffered under the yoke of foreign imperialism, the weak governments they have installed. The time has come to throw off these shackles and reclaim our rightful place as a dominant power in the Middle East. Now, to consolidate our rule at home and prepare for the wars of reclamation to come, we must first announce our demands to the world. Only when they learn to fear us will they respect us. Glory to Syria. Having recently unified both Syria and Lebanon following the chaos caused by the collapse of the French authority, Antoun Sadat, leader and dictator of the Nazi-backed Middle Eastern regime in Syria, has declared that the dream of Greater Syria will be realized, including through force of arms if necessary. Boasting of the might of Syria's armed forces, he announced that this nation will not rest until its borders stretch across the whole Levant and Fertile Crescent, uniting the region under one rule as he and the SSNP have always intended. This sudden aggressive rhetoric is sure to cause an alarm among the leaders of the various Arab and Middle Eastern states. It will have to be seen what the reactions will be. Middle East's Hitler. I think let's get working down through the rest of this. We've read this already. It's going to be a very, I think, simple focus tree, or a very simple process. Israel hates us. I don't know how much of a shock that really is. Playing on the Sinai. Not the Suez Canal, interestingly enough. Nothing on Cyprus either. Though I'm sure that might, Now we do have construction. Still nothing? Really? We don't need. Let's at least finish up this civilian factory. And, let's rush down to get this, probably these two. Get that extra recoupable monthly population. What do we need? Medium tanks and motorized equipment. Fair enough. I know we'll put our extra military factories towards. So we got research factories as well. I'm slacking a little bit right now. To construction 3. What's the resource distribution looking like here? We have fuck all. Okay. Good to know. Well, that's a little unfortunate. Shipping guy. Let's do end the sectarian recruitment. This guy? Yeah, that is. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. Burgess G1 membership. How nice. I am a little worried about the OFN. Not the OFN. Gino, brain rot's getting to me. The Toronto Accord, though. Because I know they get Crusade Against Fascism CBs. I wonder if that's going to apply to us. Recruitment. In the meanwhile, let us do the military-industrial expansion. That'll give us a nice little boost that we otherwise need. French Republic joins the ETC. Look at that. European Trade Community. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, the more screwed I think we might be. Unless these guys go communist, that might make things a little interesting. But I do not know. Let's see, we got medium tanks and motorized. There we go. Get those pumping out. Let's work on crushing the estates. Across Syria and Lebanon, powerful even families and tribal sheiks hold vast estates, treating the land and its people as their personal fiefdoms. Their corruption, clientelism stand in the way of a united Syrian state, keeping society divided along sectarian and tribal lines. Fill the promise of Syrianism must strip them of the power, seize their holdings, and put the land back in service of the nation, not the clans. There we go. We're also getting another percentage of military recruitable population from that, which is going to be very useful for our purposes here. It's going to be quite a bit of land as well, which is going to be very useful. Ceylonese Civil War. Oh boy. The Algerian War. Here that goes. A coup d'etat in Guatemala. Who's the president now again? The Yanko, right? Russian states. Let's get working towards this again. I don't know though. We do from militias to men. We do Syrianist clubs, or let's do from militias to men. The chaos of Lebanon left our parties saddled with a patchwork of militias. Brave but undisciplined, untrained and prone to looting, rather than true combat. Such men cannot be relied upon to forge a new Syria. It's time to impose order, centralize command, drill discipline into their ranks, and reorganize them into a modern fighting force capable of facing enemy armies, not just unarmed civilians. Only then can we prove that Syrianism commands soldiers, not bandits. Let's do it. Ooh, interesting. Well, let's go ahead and read this real quick, because it looks about elites. So, Damascene elites. For long, Damascus has often renowned as the capital of the Arab world, not least because of the abundance of wealthy politicians and landowners who call the city home. These figures represent the Syrian high society and have a large sway over Syrian Arab politics in general. Despite this, recent trends have propelled Aleppo to rival the Jasmine city in terms of political power, and this order may shift in the future. It's about to shift right now, how about that? To destroy the neo-feudalist order that has gripped Syria and Lebanon for decades, Sadat has put through a decree from a radical new landholder law that would redistribute land from the large landowners and clan leaders to the state, who will then redistribute it to the landless farmers as it sees fit. This law would confiscate all land holdings over a certain size in order to break the power of the traditional landholding elites and cement the SSNP's domination over the state. This law has been met with fierce opposition from the traditional landholding elites, who sees an attack on their power and privilege, but their weak voices have been drowned out by the cheers of the common man, who sees this as a long overdue revolution against the old order. A revolution for the people. Well, the enraged clan is gonna suck, but that's gonna be temporary. The extra building slots I really like. That's gonna be very useful. Yeah. There we go. We also have a civilian army. My God. Let's get early mobilization going. I'm surprised it wasn't up any higher. My God. Portuguese victory in Goa. Interesting. Did not see that coming at all. Then I will let Aleppo or Skis. I'll build up in both, actually. I'll let these railroads finish up, I suppose, actually. No, we need consumer factories. We need them badly. Which one is... I don't know which ones these are. The main ones, the FTC, or the ETC, excuse me. Could open some Syrianist clubs. Organize clan wealth. If only they were still here. I miss them so much. I'm not going to say who I miss, because, you know, it's going to be taken horribly out of context. Although the SSNP champions a secular and regionalist view, too many still see it as a movement tied to narrow communities rather than the nation as a whole. The party must reach beyond its Christian base, establishing new offices in every corner of the country. These branches will act not only as political hubs, but as symbols of inclusivity, proof that Syrianism belongs to all, not to one sect or one creed. We demonstrate that Syrian identity is stronger than sectarianism or pan-Arab slogans. We will gain the legitimacy needed to reshape the nation's future. There we go. Got our own encryption, actually, as well. Hey, baby girl, you want to come over? You want to let me come over? What do I want to do? We could do... And none of these are really great for our purposes, so we'll just hang tight and wait. Get recon companies going. And Syrianist clubs. The latest trend with the youth, the formation of new Syrianist clubs, has taken off in Syria. These clubs, inspired by the ideals of Antoun Sadat and the SSNP, have been propped up in schools and universities across the nation, promoting ideals of Syrian nationalism and unity among the youth. With the support of a government, these clubs have spread our message across ethnic and religious barriers that have long divided our nation and become a powerful tool in spreading our ideology to the next generation, fostering the idea of East Syrian identity over sectarian loyalties. The youth are our future. There we go. Let's go ahead, organize clan wealth. The breakup of the great estates has left us with vast resources now firmly under party control. No longer corrupt clans in Za, These lands can finally be harnessed for the benefit of the nation. The revenues flowing in strengthen our coffers, while fertile lands and reclaimed estates provide the backbone for a new economy. At last, Syria and Lebanon soil works not just for the few, but for the state. There we go. Let's do partial mobilization. That's gonna be the best bet. Degenerate music for a degenerate nation. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it looks like the Reds are gonna win in Russia, if I had a guess. Which I don't think I hate that for the purposes of our campaign, honestly. Let's do mass production. Stephen's been re-elected. Now it's time to organize clan wealth. Oh, we already did that. We could expand party membership, so let's go ahead and do... I could prioritize. I want to hold off to the... Yeah, let's break out containment as well. The extra research slot would be huge there. Let's expand party membership. Our party has found true devotion only among scattered fanatics, mostly from Christian communities. While the wider sectarian mosaic of Syria and Lebanon regards us with suspicion or outright hostility, this cannot stand. We must expand membership into every confessional group, break down the walls of tribe and creed, and demand loyalty to Syrianism above all else. By opening the party to all, we will centralize authority, unify the people under a single vision, one nation, one party. There we go. New roses, huh? Social Democrat. Interesting. Remember the children. Go figure. And expand party membership. Now I think it's time to begin our 5-year plan. The early stages of our economic development program have progressed, but it's become clear it's not enough. Surrounding nations, including rivals, have surpassed us, not least our enemies in Tel Aviv. rapidly building a modern economy, no doubt, to sustain a future campaign against us and all Arabs. Industrialization development must be accelerated. To that aim, the government will set out a 5-year plan aimed at rapidly building an industrial base and quickly dragging our country out of poverty and backwardsness. Within the next 5 years, Syrianism demands nothing less. There we go. That big old black chunk of the pie chart. That is nice to see. Eurovision Song Contest. Look at that. Well, I think on that note, my friends, I am going to leave things there. But I thank you all as always for watching. If you like this video, like. If not, feel free to dislike, leaving comments or feedback down in the comment section below. I read all the comments I get, and I do appreciate any feedback you have for me. Check in my various links down in the description box below. Leave any comments or feedback down there as well. And, yeah, I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.